Hi, my name is Adrian, also known as the Gut Geek, and welcome to episode 3. So today I'm going to be talking about gut healthy travels, and in particular my 3 top strategies for the first part of traveling, which is the journey itself. And next week I'm going to be talking about my top strategies for the second part, which is the destination. Now this feels kind of appropriate as I'm still out here in South America, in Bolivia, and it took about 36 hours of travelling to get here from London in the UK. By the way, I should mention there is a carnival. It's carnival weekend here in Bolivia, so if you hear some firecrackers going off in the background, just ignore it. It's normal. So this video is for you if one of two things, okay? If you've thought about going somewhere exciting, but then you've got a little bit scared about the health impact of going, so then you never did. For example, you thought, I always want to go to India, but if I go there, I'm probably going to get sick as a dog, and perhaps, my digestive system is already kind of vulnerable, so can it withstand going somewhere like that? Or maybe you already live in India and you're thinking about traveling to Latin America or to Asia, and these same sort of considerations apply. Second thing, this video is for you if you travel a fair bit. For example, if you do a lot of traveling for your business and you end up eating quite a lot of crappy food and you end up feeling pretty crappy. So what we're aiming for here in this whole context of staying healthy and being on the road, getting out and about, what we're aiming for is freedom and adventure, right? It's kind of easy to get stuck in our comfort zones, to stay in our neighborhood at home with all of the creature comforts that we've got used to and that we've got kind of reliant on. And particularly if you're dealing with some health issues, then you can fall into the trap of thinking, I can't go traveling because I need my XYZ, whatever it is. Like, it could be your supply of fresh organic coconut oil, or your grass-fed beef, or your free-range chicken, eggs, whatever it is. But be aware when you hear that slightly fearful voice in your head that that's the voice of the comfort zone speaking. And actually, yes, it does feel a bit scary pushing out of it, but it's always worth it, just for the thrill of it, the adventure of it, the breaking free. Yes, you might end up sleeping on some tough mattresses, you might end up eating some dodgy food at points, but you're probably stronger than you think you are. Now, okay, so if you've got a journey coming up, either for business or to get you to some exciting holiday destination, and this journey is, say, 6 to 12 hours or more, then you need to do some strategizing in order to minimize the impact on your body, on your health, on your energy of that journey, because you want to arrive there not feeling completely destroyed. Okay? So this particularly applies if you're already perhaps working through health issues and you're on the GAPS diet perhaps, or a Paleo diet, or the SCD diet. I'll put links to those below just in case you don't know what I'm talking about, but these are some of the diets that I recommend for fixing your gut. So you may be feeling like not completely at your best anyway, which is why you're following one of these diets. So you want to make sure that any damage that's potentially going to be caused by the journey is softened a little bit, it's mitigated, so that you arrive there feeling full of beans, relatively speaking, as much as you can do after 36 hours of traveling or whatever. Or if you're doing regular business traveling, then the negative effects of that can be cumulative. So again, it's looking to mitigate, to soften the potentially negative effects of that journey. Okay, here are my 3 top tips. Number 1, you need to put some planning in. You need to really think about how your food and diet situation is gonna fit in with this long journey that you're about to take. And you need to, as you're planning, you're planning your what to pack, what to take, when you have to leave, how much time you have to take to get to the airport, all those kinds of things. Build in some time to think about your food strategy. Okay, so if you're following a fairly strict or very strict dietary protocol right now, like the autoimmune Paleo protocol or GAPS, one of these other ones I've mentioned, then you particularly need to think about this. And what I'd recommend is you cook up a bunch of food that is working well for you, and you put it into food boxes, kind of packed lunch boxes that you can take with you on the journey. Now, it's kind of geeky, it's a little bit sad, it takes a while to do it maybe, but it's going to be worth it. If you can afford to be a little bit less strict, depending on where you are with your health and diet situation right now, another option maybe is to buy some healthy food at the airport, but that's only an option if it's one of the big airports like Heathrow in London, where you've got a big selection of food outlets and you can be sure to find something that fits with your diet right now. But the point is, and this takes me on to point number 2, during your journey, you need to avoid the food black spots. Avoid them like the plague. I'm talking about, for example, aeroplane food, terrible. Quick grab airport food like pastries, donuts, crappy sandwiches. These are the kinds of things that 12 hours into your journey, you're starting to feel a bit tired, kind of hungry, you might be tempted to reach for. You feel like you need a sugary hit, so you start looking at those donuts and thinking, oh, okay, a couple of donuts won't do any harm. Okay, that's a food black spot, and you need to imagine a big red warning light flashing over that stuff. I also mean fast food outlets, anywhere where the food is all kind of greasy, poor quality, you don't know what's in it, you just can't trust it. So don't give in those moments, be aware in those moments, and be ready, be prepared. See tip number 1. Okay, so you've got, instead of reaching for the really processed, crappy economy class plain food, you have your Tupperware box of fresh home cooked food ready to go. Just eat it there. Okay, you have to eat it cold, or you may be able to get them to warm it up in the microwave if you're on the plane. That's an option. But anything is better than the rubbish they serve up to you as complimentary on the airplane. Or you've got maybe your paleo snacks, or the good quality food that you managed to buy at the airport if it was a big airport. Okay, my third tip is don't be afraid to fast. What do I mean by that? I mean, it's okay if you haven't got good, sensible, quality food choices available in front of you in this moment when you're feeling really hungry. It's okay to tell yourself, okay, I can go without. I can ride through these hunger cravings. I can manage without food until I get to my destination. So did you know that you can fast for 24 hours without losing any muscle mass? So that's a consideration for guys who are working out at the gym. You don't want to undo all the hard work that you've been doing in the gym with your diet. But that's okay. So you can actually your body does well without eating for I would say up to 24 hours is what the science is saying is a kind of optimal period. So yeah, and there are some advantages to fasting. It gives your body a chance to detox a little. It gives you a chance to lose some weight if that's good for where you are right now. I do give a warning that if you're underweight right now, or if you have the kind of gut problems that are quite severe, like I used to have, where you're kind of borderline malnourished because your gut isn't working properly, you're not getting all the nutrients you need from food anyway, to go without food at all can get actually really unpleasant. But it depends where you are. If you're in a relatively healthy place and you've got a little bit of fat to burn, it's totally fine. It's totally fine to fast. So what this boils down to is if you don't have that good food choice in front of you right now, it's not the end of the world. Just wait until you get to your destination. Okay, so I want to throw one question out there before I go. If you had, if you're going traveling now, what's the one thing that you think you couldn't live without? What's the one thing that you would have to take with you if you could? If it is something that's, taking your bed with you is probably, that doesn't count. So let me know. I'm really interested to hear what it is that you think is most kind of essential to your everyday well-being. And okay, next week, so I'm going to be giving you my 4 top strategies on how to survive any destination, including the most far-flung, exotic places that you can possibly go. And I'll be giving you my single biggest freedom tip for enjoying that exotic destination. Cool. Okay, so look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.